A wealthy young woman found dead in a locked trunk in 1911 Chinatown. Was it a love triangle gone wrong, or something even darker? Discover the mystery behind Elsie Sigel's shocking murder that shook New York City and remains unsolved to this day. Elsie Sigel was born on January 2, 1881, into a notable family in New York City. Her grandfather, General Franz Sigel, was a famous hero during the American Civil War, known for his leadership and support of German immigrants. Growing up in this influential family, Elsie learned the importance of helping others and standing up for justice. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many immigrants came to America, including a significant number of Chinese immigrants. Sadly, these newcomers often faced discrimination and hardship. However, the Sigel family was different. They welcomed the Chinese community into their home, breaking down barriers and offering support. Elsie's mother was especially passionate about education and missionary work. Together, she and Elsie taught English to Chinese immigrants, helping them adapt to their new lives in America. This effort was not just about teaching language, it was about building friendships and understanding between cultures. Education played a big role in Elsie's life. She excelled in school and was inspired by her family's values of kindness and service. Elsie saw the importance of advocacy for those who were marginalized, and her work reflected her commitment to social causes. Her missionary work was significant during a time when many sought to improve the lives of others. Elsie aimed to offer both spiritual guidance and practical help to those in need. She was also influenced by the wider movements for women's rights and immigrant rights, recognizing her privilege and wanting to make a difference. Elsie Sigel's life took a dramatic turn when she found herself caught in a love triangle involving two Chinese men, Ling and Shue. While Elsie was dedicated to her work helping Chinese immigrants, her personal life became complicated and fraught with tension. Unknown to her family, her romantic relationships with both men would eventually lead to jealousy and conflict. Ling lived above a restaurant in Chinatown and was known for his strong personality. Initially, Elsie was drawn to him, perhaps finding comfort in their shared cultural experiences. However, as their relationship developed, Ling's possessiveness began to emerge. He wanted to be the center of Elsie's world, and his jealousy grew as he became aware of her connection with Shue. Shue was a different kind of man, and his relationship with Elsie brought a sense of adventure and excitement. While Ling was increasingly controlling, Gain offered her a different perspective on life. Their interactions were marked by a sense of freedom that appealed to Elsie, drawing her in. However, this dynamic only heightened the tension between the two men, as Ling felt threatened by Gain's presence in Elsie's life. As the love triangle unfolded, Ling's jealousy began to boil over. He became suspicious of Elsie's time spent with Gain, leading to heated arguments and confrontations. Ling's possessiveness manifested in controlling behaviors, which made Elsie increasingly uncomfortable. The situation escalated when Ling reportedly discovered that Elsie had been seeing Gain. This revelation fueled his anger and created a sense of urgency in the relationship, causing him to act impulsively. Elsie found herself in a difficult position, torn between two men who were both vying for her affection. She was aware of Ling's intense feelings for her, but she also valued the freedom and joy she felt with Gain. This internal conflict caused her a great deal of stress, as she wanted to please both men, but felt increasingly trapped by their competing desires. The love triangle not only affected Elsie's personal life, but also started to impact her work in the community. Her commitment to teaching English and helping immigrants began to suffer as she became preoccupied with the drama unfolding around her. The stress from her romantic entanglements clouded her judgment, making it harder for her to focus on her important mission. Ling's jealousy became more pronounced, leading him to confront Gain. This confrontation was charged with emotion and marked a turning point in the triangle. Ling's anger was palpable, and he felt betrayed not only by Elsie, but also by Gain, whom he viewed as a rival. The escalating tension between the two men put Elsie in an impossible position, forcing her to choose sides. As the situation spiraled out of control, Elsie began to realize the dangers of her circumstances. The possessiveness and jealousy that had initially drawn her into these relationships now felt suffocating. She started to question her feelings for both men and the implications of their actions. The once vibrant and fulfilling connections became sources of anxiety and turmoil. Elsie began to focus on herself. She loved her work teaching English to immigrants, and she knew she had to reclaim her independence. The love triangle, once filled with excitement, had turned toxic. On June 9, 1909, Elsie Sigel mysteriously disappeared, leaving her family and friends worried and searching for answers. Days went by without a trace until her body was discovered 10 days later in a shocking and horrifying scene. Elsie was found in a trunk inside the apartment of Ling, the man she had been romantically involved with. The address was 782 8th Avenue, and when the police opened the trunk, they were met with a gruesome sight. Elsie had been brutally strangled, and her neck was cut open. The condition of her body was alarming, as it was in a state of severe decomposition, indicating that she had been dead for some time. The police investigation revealed unsettling details. Scattered around Ling's apartment were letters from Elsie, along with correspondence from other women. These letters painted a picture of Elsie's secret life and her complicated relationships. It seemed she had been in contact with Ling more than anyone realized, and this secret communication hinted at the emotional turmoil she had faced. As the news broke about Elsie's disappearance and tragic discovery, it sent shockwaves through the community. Many people were shocked that someone so involved in helping others could meet such a tragic end. Her work with Chinese immigrants had earned her respect and admiration, making her loss even more heartbreaking. The investigation into her death quickly focused on Ling. With so many letters and evidence connecting him to Elsie, authorities were eager to find out what had really happened between them. Ling became the prime suspect, and the tension surrounding the case only grew as details emerged. As the story unfolded, it raised questions about the nature of their relationship. Had jealousy played a role in Elsie's death? What had really happened in the days leading up to her disappearance? The answers remained elusive, leaving many wondering how a love story could turn into such a tragedy. Elsie's disappearance and tragic end became a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangers of jealousy and possessiveness in relationships. Her life, filled with promise and compassion, was cut short in a brutal way, leaving a lasting impact on those who knew her. In the aftermath, the community mourned the loss of a bright and caring woman who had dedicated herself to helping others. Elsie's story serves as a reminder of the importance of recognizing the signs of unhealthy relationships and the need for open communication. Her legacy lives on, not only through her work, but also as a warning about the darker sides of love and jealousy. If you want to explore more chilling true stories like this, make sure to subscribe to True Stories Uneviled. Hit the bell icon to never miss a new upload. Who knows what other faceless terrors we might uncover next?